All right, so we're hanging in the closet.
Yes, we are, as per usual this time of night.
The Mountaineers are on and they're playing like crap.
Well,
The basketball team, that is.
oh, see, I'm out.
They'll be all right, though.
I
They
don't-
got to get it together. They got a lot of young guys. So they got to get that chemistry.
I don't even care. I'm not a basketball girl. I'm really sorry, but I'm not.
No, you're not. That's your one downfall.
My one. It's my only
Your
one.
only one. You make up for it in a lot of areas, but that's
Oh, gee,
one.
thanks.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
you're welcome.
All right, well, I just want to get this day. What are you pointing at?
I have something that came to mind
Okay.
when I went to Target tonight.
You went to Target?
I went to Target to
I thought
get
you went to
your
Best-
beverage. I did, but then I just ran across the
Oh.
street
I see.
to Target to get your beverage, and then I got me a sixer of Two Hearted Ale.
A
It's a
sixer.
fantastic brewski. And I was walking out. Okay, here's my question. When you buy something, and I'm walking in the rain to my car, I'm carrying it, and it feels like the beer bag, the handles are going to rip. If that rips in the beer bus everywhere, do I get to return them?
No.
Whoa. Think about this. Who makes the bags? You're gonna give your customers crap to take the stuff out they bought in.
No.
You should so I should bring my own bags?
Yes, because I feel like...
It's not my responsibility.
No, wait, listen. First of all, did you do self-checkout?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Almost did, but the lady was like, "Hey, I can help you over here."
did they double bag it? Because beer's heavy.
She did not double bag it.
Okay, I feel like she should have double bagged it.
Bam, another reason.
Okay, so you might have a case there because, no pun intended, because I feel like when you're bagging stuff, when it's heavy, you automatically double bag it.
Correct.
However, it's still your responsibility once you leave the store to protect your goods. When you leave the store,
Even if
you
I'm
protect
still
your
in the
goods.
store's premises?
Yes,
I'm not
the
saying
minute you
carrying
check
it
out.
from my car into my garage, into my house. I'm saying I'm still in their parking lot. I'm walking. I grab my stuff up so I can get out of people's way. I'm walking out to my car, and let's say it rips. It didn't.
I know, but that's just a case of bad luck. Like, you can't return something. You can't...
It's a faulty bag, and I didn't rip it.
It's
Why
not
is that bad luck? It shouldn't rip.
I don't
You
know.
shouldn't make a bag that you can't carry beer out in.
I think that you can, and I think that you did, but I think sometimes things fail. Sometimes
They do.
sometimes bags rip, and it's just your bad luck. You can't go and get you can't return it and say, I broke this in your parking lot, give me another one. It doesn't work that way.
I would certainly try.
Oh, I know you would.
I would go and I'd say, look, your bag ripped and my beer broke. And all I was doing was casually walking to my car with
but here,
the
listen.
stuff I bought. I'm not slinging them around. I'm not ripping the bag. I'm not like throwing punches like Rocky going to my car with bags in my hand.
You said you were at Target, not at Walmart. I think there's your factor.
Oh,
if you
that's
were at
right,
Walmart, they
Target.
probably would take it
Oh, they'll
back and
take
say,
anything
I'm
back.
so sorry. But Target is a bitch when it comes
They
to
are.
returning things.
Target does suck when it comes to They
So,
make me so mad.
I say no, they wouldn't let you do it. Now, I'm on the fence of whether you should be able to, because I kind of see where you're coming from. But at the same time, I just really think it's your responsibility to protect your goods once the transaction has been made. Once you exchange monies with Target, it's now yours. It's now your responsibility to protect. So I would say no.
So what you're saying is I need to take the bagging process much more serious.
Yes.
Because once I pay, I need to be
Yeah.
like, whoa,
Could
people,
you-
whoa. We're going to look at these bags real
No,
quick.
not like that. But
I'm going to have her bag it up.
It's not rocket science. When
Triple
you're
bag it, B.
ask her. When you're putting heavy things in a bag, like 2 liters or things like that, or if there's some glass jars like sauces, I always double bag it. It's bagging 101.
I didn't work at a grocery store.
I did.
I know you did.
You always double bag it. when in doubt, double bag it.
It's good to know.
Well, I was at Kroger today. Can we move on?
We both were at the grocery store.
Yeah, I was at Kroger, and here's what bothered me at Kroger. Well, two things. One was in the parking lot. Okay, so you're getting ready to turn down an aisle to park, and there's a car coming out because they're finished and they're leaving, and they're in smack dab the middle, and you can't.
I know that happens quite a bit.
Like, why can't you stay on your stinking side? Why? That drives me insane. It drives me crazy. Another thing that drives me crazy is when you're getting your cart to start your shopping, and you want to clean it off, which I get. Like, you want to take the little wipes and clean it off.
But they block the thing.
They block
yeah, like they don't pull out of the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Get your little wipe, put it on
you don't have
and
to
move
stuff
over to
it.
the side.
You're not going to get it in
Listen,
that trash can anyway. It's already overflowing.
No, and I multitask. I pull the cart out, I grab the wipe, and as I'm walking, I wipe it down, and then I just throw the paper towel into the cart.
You're a multitasking machine, though.
And then if I think about it, I'll throw the paper towel away when I leave, and if I don't, I don't. I just leave it there. It's no big deal.
Here's what happened. Here's what added to the anticipation of the bag ripping, because I was not going to start shuffling hands and trying to figure it out. I was going to walk to my car, and I was going to say, this bag is going to hold. That's what I was saying in my head. Well, it's pouring the rain.
Right.
I'm walking to my car, and I cut through to go to my car, and there's these girls, probably college or high school girls. It's pouring the rain. Did I mention that?
Yeah, you actually did.
They pulled in. I backed in. So the driver's side door is open. This girl's door is open, and she's messing with her umbrella, and she's talking to her friend, and she has the umbrella out, and she's halfway in and out. And they see me. I'm standing rained on. I don't have an umbrella, with bags, just standing there right outside her door.
Oh.
And she just took her time.
See, that kind of stuff
car,
gets on my last nerve.
And it wasn't like she was like, oh, I didn't see you there. It was like she kept looking like, you're going to have to give me a minute. I'm like,
I'm trying to get my umbrella.
Hey, you know what? I'm melting here.
Why didn't you just say
the rain
excuse me?
is melting.
Why didn't you just say excuse me?
Because I was dumbfounded how rude it was. And then they didn't even say, oh, I'm sorry, or I'm hurrying, or...
How old were they?
Which they're probably, I don't know, college maybe.
That's why. Kids don't know any better. They don't learn this stuff. We're failing our kids. Oh my gosh, I just thought of something. Okay, so tonight we're doing this podcast and we have new headphones and we're testing it out. We're trying to get our volume under control.
Yes.
Well, Jeff sends me a message and says, "Do you have a dongle?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have a dongle."
A dongle.
Bring it. I know, right? This is where it's going. Bring it home tonight. So I put a message in my phone to bring a dongle home, and it went off. It went off at work, and I'm sitting there with Chaz. I was like, oh, I've got to go get my dongle. He said, "Your what?" And I said, "My dongle." And he goes, "I don't even know. What is that? It sounds dirty." And I said, it's the thing that you put your headphones.
You should have messed with them. You should have been, oh my gosh, you've never seen one?
Oh,
it's so hot.
Anyway, so I go get it. He goes, "Oh, that's an adapter." And I'm like...
it could be, but we like to call it a dongle.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, it probably is an adapter. I was like, but it's known as a dongle, and we're fighting over this. So I was like, just Google it. He was like, "I don't have my phone. You Google it." I was like, fine. So I Google it, and in fact, it comes up both as a dongle and as an adapter. And I'm like, we're going to put it to the real
obviously an adapter.
test. Listen, we're going to put it to the real test. We're going to look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Oh yeah, that's
because that's the real test.
Yeah,
that's what it really means.
That's right.
So we look it up, and he goes, "Angie, it's going to mean something else other than what you're saying." I'm like, "No, it's going to mean exactly what I'm saying." So we look it up, and it does come up. The first definition does come up: a small double-ended cord used to use headphones on the iPhone 7. Blah 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 blah. He was like, "But keeps," and then the example sentence was, "Oh man, I can't use my headphones because I lost my dongle." And we were laughing about that. He goes, "But keep scrolling." So I was like, I started reading it, and it also actually does mean something else.
Really?
Do you know what it means? I'm going to read it, and I'm just reading word for word what Urban Dictionary says.
I can't wait.
It's the person in the middle of a threesome penetrating a person and being penetrated by another person. That's the dongle. The first person must receive, the second gives and receives, and the third only gives. To be a real dongle, there must be penetration with either a strap-on or a penis, okay? Kevin didn't have a good time being the dongle last night when he didn't finish in sync with the others.
Oh, Kevin, man.
So,
Kevin.
we went on. I mean, I didn't read that out loud because, see, Chaz gets embarrassed really easy.
Right.
So I knew that was going to embarrass him. So I just gave him my phone. I was like, here, buddy, you just read it. And he's laughing his butt off. And then it also means, it's another word that should be normal but really means penis. It can also refer to. So there is multiple meanings. So when you say to someone, do you have a dongle? Or can I borrow your dongle? You might want to specify which definition you're going by.
Well, I'm going to text Chaz and I'm going to be like, yo, Ange brought a dongle home tonight with like prayer, like the little prayer guy emoji.
Please
and, like,
do it right now and see if
praise
he
hands
responds.
up and all that stuff.
Please do it. Because we were dying. So anyway, I learned something today of what another meaning of a dongle is. And it is actually a really one of those words that, where did they come up with that? Why do they call this little adapter a dongle? Like, I don't even get it. But anyway, we can move on. I just thought it was pretty funny. So if you're ever in doubt of what a word really means, don't go to Webster's dictionary. Go to Urban Dictionary. You'll get a much, well, I don't think it's accurate, but much more entertaining definition of a word.
So funny.
Sometimes Jeff and I just have Urban Dictionary night. We'll get on a roll.
We've
especially
laid in bed for hours.
Especially after we've been drinking wine or something, and like just look up all of these words. Or they have words of the day that pop up on my phone because I have my notifications on. So it's fun. Check it out if you don't know what it is. But anyway, we can move on now. So, all that being said, I am so looking forward to going out of town this weekend. We're going out of town this weekend. It's an adult-only trip. Now, I don't think we'll be in a dongle situation, that type of adult trip. But it's just going to be me and Jeff. We're going to go visit friends of ours, stay with them, all adults, having fun, celebrating my friend's birthday, no kids, can't wait. Can we leave now?
It's going to be fun. I can't wait either.
I mean, I said, can we leave now?
No, we can't.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to get out of here.
I'm looking very forward to it as well.
So I'm sure we'll have some stories to tell you when we come back from that trip. And actually, we might do some podcasts as we're going down the road. We don't know yet.
We might try it out.
We might try it out. I mean, we have a 3.5 hour drive. So anyway.
Why not give it a shot?
Why
right?
not? Why not? Anyway, what's up, Runyon? You're over there scrolling on your phone.
I know. I'm trying to see if I got anything interesting that I ran across that was worth noting.
We keep this ongoing podcasting list that we like to add to. It's a shared list, and it's actually really nice.
There was something else I was going to talk about, but I can't remember.
I don't know.
No, you don't.
I really don't. I'm about to move out of here, though. That's what I'm telling you. I told somebody today, I am so tired already of the cold that it's not even funny. And it's only November. It's only November, and I'm already tired of the cold. I'm moving. I've already said this a million times, but you won't take me.
You keep telling me that. You know what, though? Not to change the subject, but to change the subject. I love our neighborhood Facebook group.
Oh my gosh.
It is joy. It is pure joy.
If you guys would be allowed to join our neighborhood Facebook page, I would tell you to go there, but it definitely is a closed group.
Yeah,
and they won't
can't
accept
get in.
you.
No,
because
not
it's
even with
like
a referral. I'm not even. Yeah.
I was afraid we weren't going to be accepted for the longest time.
Well, I almost responded, and I still might, but I don't want to get kicked out because it's so entertaining.
Listen.
And they're so these
the neighbor that I always talk about.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, they stay home.
Oh my gosh.
And they got nothing to whine about, so they pick on the mailman or the garbage guy. The freaking mailman knows what he's doing. Leave him alone. Did you get your mail? Did you get your mail?
She
When you
wasn't.
went to your mailbox, was your mail there?
That's
then
not what
shut up
she-
and thank them.
Whoa. She wasn't worried about the mail. Because what happened was apparently, and I don't know without going back and finding it and reading it word for word, but to summarize,
So exaggerated.
well, I really feel like I need to because it doesn't give it justice. I know I texted it to you, so I'm just going to go there. Now, dear Lord, if she actually happens to listen to this podcast, which she probably doesn't because there's an E by it.
If she does, she'll come down and talk to us.
There's an
Trust
E by
me.
it. She's not going to listen to it because she's that uptight. So here's what was posted, and this is word for word. I am not paraphrasing. This is the neighbor that I always talk about that got mad at me for speeding and everything else. But anyway. She posts, and I quote, "Does anyone know the number we can call if we have issues with our mail carrier? I am beyond upset with what I just witnessed. A school bus was at the subdivision entrance with stop sign out and lights flashing. Kids were going in all directions of intersection. Mail
Now,
carrier..."
This is probably 100 times. When she says all kids, there's probably 2 kids. They're probably with their parents
Right.
and going in 2 different directions.
Well, she says all directions of the intersection.
But she makes it sound like there's 1,000 kids pouring off the bus going like ants in every freaking direction.
Right.
And you know that's not the case.
And let me say, intersection is a stretch. We are talking a stop sign, okay? Like a 4-way stop, not the intersection of like a major 4-lane highway. This is just a neighborhood stop sign. Okay. Mail carrier / driver proceeded to go through intersection and turn. I stopped carrier and asked him if he felt that was dangerous. He told me, "No, you can and turn, just not go straight." She says, "It's obviously so dangerous what he did. My mind is blown by his stupidity." I'm just going to give you a second to chew on that.
I'm telling you, man, next time I run into that husband, like next time I run into him and he's cutting the grass, I'm going to be like, "Dude, can you turn your lawnmower for a minute? You need to hit that, man. Like, you need to either hit that or you need to have somebody hit that." She needs some release. That girl, she comes down here all in a tizzy. Like, the funny thing is if I had a white Toyota, what are you going to do about
Well,
it?
you're referring to something back a podcast ago. People might not understand what you're saying.
The faithful will know what I'm talking about.
The faithful will know what you're talking about.
The faithful 3 will know exactly what I'm talking about. Listen, I just love it. I love it, and I hope it continues.
It will.
I love it.
It absolutely will.
I'm trying to think of things that will set her off that she won't know that somebody in the neighborhood did.
But the thing is, I think a lot of them might be uptight because, like, our neighbors are responding with
they're
unbelievable. Like, I mean, the dude
like, who
turned.
are
Like,
these people?
he didn't run through this. Like,
Where did he turn? I'm trying to picture this, but every which way I try to figure it out and make it the worst in my mind, I can't find a situation that it's bad. Like, he's probably going 3 miles an hour.
It's the mailman. You know what I mean?
It's the mail carrier / driver.
Oh my gosh, I just am done. I mean, I want our kids to be safe as well. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the way I read it, I don't know that he did anything wrong. Now I don't know a lot. I just know when the
You know what I tell my
just
kids?
stop when I see a bus.
You know what I
stop,
tell my
really.
kids?
But
You know what I tell my kids? And I did when they were little, and they played out in the freaking front yard in the road when we had them and they were little in Georgia. When a car's coming, get out of the freaking way.
I know, right?
You're on the road.
It's
You're on the road. If you see a car, you can't be standing in the road. Get out of the road. I don't know why people are upset and they're going to call somebody. I'm going to call the hotline. I'm going to watch, and if I see it, I'm going to call them and say, "Look, man, the woman that's calling you is crazy." And she already got the mailman in trouble. I mean, she already got the garbage dude in trouble because I guess he didn't scoot the freaking trash can back up close enough to her house. And now she's coming after the mailman. She just don't got nothing to do, man.
I tried to eavesdrop that day because I was out on the back deck when she was yelling. Well, she wasn't yelling.
She gets hyper.
But it was a different tone with the trash man. And it's just like, let them do their job. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, I'm telling you.
It's the thing, man. The guy's out here. He's doing his mail route. He does it every day. He knows what he's doing.
He deals with buses every day.
He doesn't need you critiquing his work or how he drives.
She's the police. I don't know where her badge is, but she thinks she's a police, and anyway, don't get me started because and I was all hot and bothered the first time she approached me, and you were like, whatever, and now you know. Now you know.
Sorry, I had to bring it up.
That's okay.
Because I was full of glee
Glee.
when you sent that to me, and then I went to the page and I was like, why don't I have alerts just for this? Because I don't have Facebook.
Oh, I have alerts.
I don't have Facebook alerts because it would always be going off.
Well, no.
Because I'm a baller, and
Oh my
my
gosh.
Facebook would be blown up. I get on Facebook when there's a reason to, and that is a reason to.
Oh, that's a definite reason too.
I mean, I'm going to get on there here in a little bit and see if anybody else is commenting.
you
But then I'm
cannot
gonna
comment.
I think what I'll say is just unbelievable with an angry cussing face, like emoji. Just,
And then she's
and
going to
they'll
call you
think-
out.
They'll think, yeah, he loves children too and hates mailmen. Or I could do the
No.
one I sent you today. I really want to do that one. I want to do the Michael Jackson eating popcorn in the thread.
Oh my gosh.
Like, all like loving it, wanting to see more.
No, do not do that. Do not do that.
The GIF.
Do not do that. But if you did do that mad emoji with the cuss things, she probably would call you out and say, we don't use those offensive emojis.
Oh, that's even more reason to do it.
I don't know. I don't know how. I think I just need to let it go because I just can't even.
The problem is she'll come back and want clarification on am I being sarcastic or am I really agreeing with everybody in the thread? And then I'll be like, hey, I'm just trying to break the ice, y'all.
Yeah, that's why you don't
No
even go
kids
there.
died today. Nobody was hit by the mailman, who's going probably hardly 3 miles an hour. I mean, I know where it happened, so I know that he could not have been out of control.
Well, you can't go fast there. But anyway.
And I know he
don't
saw the bus and he saw the kids, and I'm sure he wasn't like recklessly speeding around the bus. It's just crazy.
It's crazy. Anyway, moving on. Well, I can't talk about her anymore because I get feeling all.
I just can't wait till the next time.
The next time.
The next time somebody like goes 35 through the neighborhood.
It happens all the
Or-
time. The freaking.
Or somebody like, I don't know. She probably, I don't know, man. There's so many great things that she could get upset about. I just wonder how I could initiate those things.
Oh, just give it time. Our kids will do it. Somebody will do it. Don't worry
they
about
already
it.
do.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. It'll happen. It's definitely gonna happen. Anyway, moving on. Why are you all splotchy still? You're just.
I'm not splotchy.
Yes, you are. I'm looking at you.
I'm
You look-
before and after.
You look. Are you hot? Is it hot in here? Why are you showing me a picture of Britney Spears?
Because look at the transformation from 2015 to 2018.
It's amazing.
It's nothing like you've done, but I mean, it's just.
No,
don't
I
know.
mean, it's-
that had to be. You think that's real over there?
Yes, I didn't mean to do that.
Wow,
I think.
bang it out.
I'm sorry. You told me to look. Well, yeah, it's real. You can't fake that. She's doing a good job. She looks good. She looks good. Good job, Britney Spears.
Oops, she did it again.
Oh my gosh, no, he's singing again. I can't do it.
Okay, what else is going on?
I
in
have
your
no
world?
idea. You're driving this thing tonight. I'm just sitting here.
Oh, that's scary.
What do you
Did we ever talk about like my thing with umbrellas?
your thing with umbrellas? You have
Yeah,
a thing with
I can't-
umbrellas? I think maybe we did. I don't know. Randy, and I can't remember what we talk
I
about.
can't remember either, but today was an umbrella day, and it rained hard enough to use an umbrella.
Well,
I mean, I feel self-conscious when I'm using an umbrella and it's sprinkling, and other men see me use an umbrella.
yes,
When it's sprinkling, it's like they're judging me.
I do believe we talked about this.
I thought we did,
I
but I
think
didn't
we
know if we just talked about it, like in the car going to Walmart.
I don't remember. I don't remember anything. I have a memory problem. So if we did, sorry,
Trust
you're gonna
me,
hear it
You do
again.
not have a memory problem.
Well, yes, I do.
You can bring stuff up on me in a heartbeat.
No, that's not true. What are you even talking about?
I don't know. I don't remember anything.
No, I have a horrible memory. Even the kids know it. I do not remember things. They'll say, "Remember, I told you this." No, I do not.
Well, that's why Steve Jobs gave us phones, so we could just put everything in it. You don't have to remember anything.
I forget to even do that.
Man,
But then I ignore it.
it's going to be amazing later in life when I'm caring for you and you're like
When you're caring for me,
serious dementia.
I think I might be headed down that road. I don't know. I worry about it. And you make light of it and you think it's funny. But I'm not kidding. Like, I worry.
I think that's probably making it worse because you're doing the placebo effect.
Okay, Dr.
Like, you're
Runyon.
telling yourself
Okay.
you have a bad memory, so it's making it worse.
Here he goes diagnosing me again.
Hey, look, I'm just telling you. You can't keep telling yourself. You feed yourself positive things. Fake it till you make it. Tell yourself you're brilliant, that you have a great memory.
I
that you
can't.
remember everything.
One thing I will not do is lie to myself.
Either be have dementia, or be delusional. One of the two.
Would you rather be delusional or have dementia? No, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just I have so much going on, and I deal with a lot of people.
You're juggling a lot of things.
I do juggle quite a bit.
You do. You're a very busy lady. You got a lot of things to deal with. A lot of people. A lot of schedules.
A lot of schedules.
A lot of plans. A lot of stuff. You know what I heard today, and I got to talk to that lady tomorrow, but the lady that her and her husband have a business by the bathrooms at my office.
Have a business by the bathrooms?
Yeah, we're in a building.
Well, that's good.
Like my business in a building. But the thing is like, you don't have bathrooms in your offices. They're in the hallways. Like, so you go out of your back door into the hallways where the businesses are. Like, you could have a front door, I guess, but where we're at, our front door's outside. But there's a main lobby door you come in, and then you go down the hall and you like say, oh, there's a business.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Oakwood Road, white building, blue roof.
Okay,
Right by
I got you.
Okay, so we're downstairs, and Amy, this lady talks. She talks. She catches you. Okay.
She works somewhere else?
Yeah, they have a computer fix-it thing, which I can't believe is still in business, because, well, yeah, I can, because there's a lot of older people here that have to drag in their old computers, and they're like, I have a virus, and they fix it. But anyway, her husband has to lose weight. She told Amy, have you heard about a Dr. J program?
Well, yeah.
He's paying $600 a week.
I know this. It's ridiculous.
To guaranteed lose like 6 to 7 pounds a week. He's lost 1 pound.
I'm telling you. Did you not watch my post
today?
I
lost it. I was like, Amy, tell her, my wife does meal plans. She's like, it guarantees you don't have to work out. And Amy's like, she works out. She's like, that's crazy. You've got to work out. You have to be active. And I'm like, that's America. That's the culture we live in. This guy's a genius. You know what he's doing? He's living off that. You sell something that's a quick fix. It's easy. You don't have to work at it. You just have to endure some crappy food and do this plan. And the thing is, you're not going to do it forever. So what's going to happen? You're going to fall off it. Then you're going to want to get back on it in a year in January.
Someone didn't watch my social media today.
I haven't watched social media
today. Talked about that very thing.
Well, when I watch it, I'll listen.
I talked about how, like, what? Gosh, you didn't watch it today.
I haven't watched anything. I've been working and cooking your dinner.
I know, it was good chicken.
So,
I talked about, why do you keep quitting? Why do you keep having to start over? And I said, I think that the main reason that people quit so quickly is because, well, first of all, they're buying into that stuff.
A week.
The quick fixes. So when they do this for 2 months and then they can't afford the product anymore or get bored with it or get burnt out, they quit, blah, blah, blah. And then they have that same mentality of that quick fix, and they start to try to do it on their own without that said product. And they think that they're going to get results just as fast. And they quit after 2 months because the results that they thought they were going to get aren't there. Does that make sense? Yeah. So all these people are giving you false hope and false promises, and it doesn't. If you want it to stay off, you have to do it the right way. And the right way is a lot more inexpensive.
Lot of work. It's a lot of discipline.
than buying that stuff.
There's no shortcut. And you know what the crazy thing is? Look at all these fad diets over the years. You see people, they go and they do these fad diets or fad workouts or fad lifestyles in January till March. They do it. They lose the weight. They gain it all back. They do it again next year. It's science. Your body, it's just an evolutionary thing. Our bodies, they go, I listened to this podcast. It was nutrition scientists. You know, they were talking about what it does to you. basically you do these fad diets. You deprive your body. Your body is smart. It goes, oh crap, we're in a famine. It's trying to store. It can't. You lose that. But as soon as you go back to eating the other way, it goes, the famine's over. We
Yeah.
got to freaking stock up. We got to store. That's when it does it. The first time it does one times. It does it one time. The second year you do it, the second time you do it, your body knows and it goes, crap, we're doing this again.
Yeah.
We're in a famine. And as soon as you come out of that famine, which is when you start eating the way you need to eat again after you've got your result and bikini season's over, it says now it's 2 times as fast and 2 times as much you build it on.
Yeah.
So just eat bad 3 days a week and don't do any crazy stuff and you'll have a better long-term
That's
fix.
what.
And that's not what I'm saying to do. I'm just saying people don't even realize their body is brilliant. It's millions of years of evolution. It knows what it needs to do to keep you alive, and that is store fat.
Right.
So when you trick it,
You can't tell anybody that though. They just want a quick fix, and if you promise rapid weight loss, they're gonna buy it. And I'm not gonna lie to people. And that's what I said. I used in my example today, on my social media posts that it's like this. A fitness journey is like this. You go in and you enroll in a college, and let's say it's a 4-year college, okay? So going in, it's going to take you 4 years to get your degree. That's how it is in fitness. You don't think you're going to go to enroll into a college and say, look, I know I'm enrolling for a 4-year college, but I'm pretty sure I can get this degree in 2 months. It doesn't work that way. So you have to look at it.
They told me I could. I saw an infomercial. You know what the truth is, though? And it's the same in life with fitness and goals. You think 4 years, and that's the hard part, but it ends up being 5.
Right. And
Right?
that's what I'm saying. You have to go into a fitness journey saying, okay, this is going to take me a good year or two to get this under control. I mean, not if you're trying to lose 5 pounds, whatever. I mean, you can do that in a month. Okay, fine. But, most people are trying to either lose a good amount of weight or get fit, put on muscle, not tone. Please don't use that term with me anymore. That is another pet peeve of mine.
I would like to look toned, but
Please
I don't want to
don't.
lift weights because I don't want to get bulky.
You don't tone. You build muscle. My biggest pet peeve is like when people come to me and I'm like, what is your goal? What do you want? Well, I just want to be good and toned.
Well, they're reading Glamour magazine.
Stop with the toned. You just want to put on some good lean muscle. Anyway. But yeah, it's a process. It's a journey. And once you realize that and you sign on for that and you don't stop that journey, that's when it all happens. Trust me, I know I've done it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, you should go look at today's IGTV video on my Inch Fitco page. I don't normally plug it here, but since it's appropriate, go back to I don't know, it's on my IGTV, but today's November 15th we're doing this, so
It is.
it's on there. It's a pretty good little video to get you. I give you some tips on how to not give up this time. But anyway,
And this girl knows.
I didn't mean to take your talk, but that
No,
Dr.
I
J
wanted you to
stuff
talk
is
about
I've
it.
had some clients
I've never
on it
heard of
and
Dr. J.
oh my gosh. Well, but you're not in my industry.
But I told
I-
Amy she was wrong. I'm like, she didn't say 600. She's like, yeah, 600.
Yes,
a week.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
$2,400 a month. She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. You want some results? I got the person for you. I got Ange Fitco living in my house.
I don't know. They just
You
want
just got to
quick.
listen and you got to work. You got to listen, you got to work.
Yeah.
It's
He
like
puts on seminars and just,
Oh, come on, man. He's
he's a
raking it in.
salesman and
He's raking it in.
I just am done. I mean, if you've
We
tried
gotta
it and you've
come up
done it
with
and
a
you love
quick
it, that's
fix,
fine. But I know people who have done it and regret every single second because they went back to worse than they were before.
I'll say it. All of them work. Go pick it out.
Sure.
Go pick it out. It's going to work. You're going to lose a weight. But you have to do that for the rest of your freaking life.
That's what I'm saying. That's my
The
point.
rest of your freaking life.
So you have to feel. You have
and
to.
they said the whole food is horrible.
You have to.
It's
Oh, I'm sure it
disgusting.
is. You have to figure out, and it's not a one size fits all. So what works for Jeff might not work for you. What works for me might not work for you. You have to figure out your lifestyle and what you can do in your lifestyle realistically. Because if I sit here and tell you you need to work out 6 days a week and and you know you can't do that in your lifestyle, you're not going to stick with it. If you can only realistically work out 3 times a week, then I'm going to give you something that 3 times a week that's going to be like you worked out 6 times a week. So you have to fit everything into your lifestyle, or else you're not going to stay with it.
You're good with people setting expectations and letting them know that, hey, sure, you want to get to this goal. We can get there in 4 months instead of a year, but your time's got to allow you to do this, and you've got to eat this way. And you're really good about setting expectations about what to eat and what not to eat and what to drink and what not to drink. It's that whole thing about don't give up everything that you're not going to give up forever.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to be eating Debbie cakes, you need to get in shape eating Debbie cakes.
Yeah,
I mean, you need to get to that wall yourself and hit it and say, I think I'm going to give up Debbie cakes.
Yeah.
Like, to get to the next level.
Exactly.
I can't tell you to give it up today because you're not there.
Nope, because I've been there. I've done that. I was the worst client in the world for my trainer.
Cussing them and saying, I'm not giving up this. I'm not giving up that.
I did. And then I eventually got it all under control, but it did take time, and it does. And I think people will look at my then and now pictures, and the famous question when they see my pictures is like, how long did that take? And they want me to say,
about
6
2 months.
6 months to a year. To me freaking
Shoot,
to get from overweight, fluffy, chunky Ange to like having some muscle.
Like
about
where
4
you
years.
wear a bikini again?
About 4 years.
About 4 years.
I'm not gonna lie.
Of working
of
your
hard
butt
work.
off. I'm talking every day you were working out.
And I still work.
When you were working,
and
you would take your lunch and work.
I know. And I still work. But do I regret it? No, I get it. I don't regret it now. Taking all that time, I get it now.
Oh, you get
like
it.
I totally understand the process, and I love it, and I will never ever, because I've worked so hard, ever go back to that. Even when we are old and retired at the beach in our 60s, and we might
results are addictive.
We might loosen up on our eating a little bit.
Gonna trust me, you don't have to.
But this girl will never, as long as I physically am able to, I will never not lift weights. Unless the doctor says, Angie, you're going to die if you lift weights. I'm telling you, I will never lift weights. I don't know if I've said this or not, but I'm going to say this real quick, and then I'm going to get off this fitness thing, and we can shut this thing down.
Yeah.
But there is a lady in the gym who is in her 70s.
Oh, yeah. She's killing it.
No, not her. There's another one. I'm talking about another one. Yeah. And she's been lifting weights. And now she doesn't lift heavy weights, you know what I'm saying? But she does resistance training. She does some machines, some cables, even a little bit of free weights. She's been doing this for a year now, very consistently, and that is the key. I'm telling you, consistently. She went to the doctor because she was having some bone density problems.
Mm-hmm.
She went to the doctor, and her bone density has improved, and her doctor was floored. He said, "What in the world are you doing?" And she told him, and he goes, "Oh, that'll do it, lifting the weights." And he encouraged. I mean, you're encouraged the older you get to lift weights. Older people be like, "Oh, I can't lift weights." My oldest client is 82 years old. I just had him today, and his wife is 80. And they do the same workout I do on a modified level. Not as heavy, not as intense, but the same type of workout. Dumbbells, barbells, cables, squats, lunges, battle rope. So
I told my dad that last time he looked at me. I was crazy. I was like, "You got to do resistant work.
Oh my
you
gosh.
don't have to do crazy heavy weight, but you
right.
I know you're going out and you walk a lot and
right.
you jog and you do, but you're in your upper 60s. You've lost when you hit 40. You start losing that bone density.
Right.
You start losing muscle mass like rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to keep that on because that's what keeps you alive.
Yeah, and just like
that's what fights disease.
One more thing. These older people in the gyms, they inspire me so much. I mean, the younger people do too, and like the bodybuilders and stuff. You look at them, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. But these older people really inspire me more because I also put another guy on my social media stuff, Stanley, and he likes to bench press, likes to do dips and stuff, and he hurt his pec muscle. And he had an MRI, and they came back and they said, it's nothing major. You just need to like let it heal. Give it some rest. I think they gave him an injection. So instead of sitting at home, they were like, let it rest for about 3 weeks before you bench again.
Right.
So instead of him sitting home and not coming in the gym and bench, do you know what he did today? Because it's his right. I don't know if it's right or his left. But whatever side, he worked the opposite side. He did curls with the opposite side. He did his shoulder presses. He goes, I may look lopsided because I'm not going to not be in this gym. He was walking around. He was walking around. He was walking around with a weighted vest on today. and doing curls and doing presses. He won't stop. And he's like a freaking Energizer bunny.
He's killing
and that's
all them
why.
freaking bad cells in your body.
That's why.
He's
So
killing all that cancer cells and all the freaking
yeah.
crap. I mean, it's amazing. And that's but I'll tell you why those older people, and it's only been the last few years, because they go in any other gym, and people don't even pay them attention. They
Right.
don't encourage them. They come in there. You're their friend. Like, you're encouraging them. You're telling them to get it. You're talking to them. You're giving free advice. You're saying, "I'm so amazed at you."
Yeah.
And I'm talking about before they get into it.
Well, and it's not
People
just
weren't lifting
it's
when
not
they came.
it's not just me though. It's the members at that gym are like that. Even like the meatheads and the younger guys, when the older guys come in, they encourage them too. It's really a cool atmosphere. There's only probably 2 or 3
but you're
people who kind
downplaying
of
it.
snub them
You
off a
set
little
the
bit.
tone.
I don't know, but
You did. You set the tone, and you've done that everywhere you are. You set a tone with the atmosphere, and that's what leaders do. They
Well,
set a tone.
thanks, Jeff. What are you trying to butter me up for?
I'm not trying to butter you for anything. I'm dead serious. I've seen it. I'm a member there.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
it's
Well,
exciting.
On that note, I think we're done here.
We're done. We're past done.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Good night.